Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Holy Roman Record Race in Europa Universalis IV. That's the game we're playing right now, it really is. Yeah, it's so weird, right? After months and months of playing just EU4 to start mixing Crusader Kings 2 again and then have to try to remember to say it the right way. For so long, I didn't have to worry about which game I was playing because it was just one or the other. Or sorry, it was just only one. Now I actually have to try to like pay attention, which is weird. It's just weird. Right, so I just wanted to mention one thing. So some people are commenting in the comments about one or two videos back about the army composition that I've been using, and I've been thinking about it a bit, and it's just true. It's true. There's far too many cavalry. If you look at it from, like, if we had 80,000 troops, we had 4 of these legios combined. And if we go back in history, like, why do I call it a legio? Well, I played as in the Tuscan Trade Terror campaign. I made these things that were called legios because that was somehow related to Latin or Italian or something, I don't know. And back then, I always wanted 20 stacks because it was very, very important to reduce revolt risk down to 0, because that was how you prevented rebellions from happening. Now, you don't really need to do that quite so much because you can kind of see when the rebellion's going to happen, and it's not as big of a deal to fight rebellions. They're a little bit more predictable. But still, 20 is the most that you can use to reduce revolt risk, so I kind of lean towards 20. I think that at this point in the game, it'd probably be better for me to focus on average supply limit and then build my armies around that rather than 20. Like, if we look at the average supply, where we could march, like the worst case scenario is 13. On average, it probably is about 20, 25. So for now, 20 is fine, but if we get more technology, which of course we will, we're looking for global supply limit, which is this indicator. So at Tech 17, we'll get another 50% global supply. Might be time to maybe upgrade to a 25 or a 30 stack. But the reason that these legios are designed or built this way is because if you have 8 infantry, 6 cavalry, and 6 cannons, then the way it's going to line up, you'll have 14 troops in the front row, 6 in the back row, and cavalry can flank tremendously, right? If you take a look at our cavalry, where can we see their maneuver score? Well, okay, you just kind of have to know some of this information, which is one of the things, I guess, about the game that could still be improved. Infantry, by default, have a maneuver score of 1, and cavalry have a maneuver score of 2. So what that means is that cavalry can flank up to 2 tiles away, right? Is there some combat happening somewhere? That'd be ideal. We could talk about it a little bit better, but and then that gets multiplied by your your maneuver score, which is here improved flanking range, which we don't really have much of a benefit yet. So basically, the idea is that with that composition, again, I have to go back to this thing, that the 3 cavalry will end up on either side, and they can flank in really, really hard and just absolutely slaughter an army that has a composition that's about the same size as the legio. And so the reason I've been building it this way is because 2 reasons. Number 1, you'll have noticed I have a tendency to just park an army somewhere and then forget about it, and I don't want to think about it anymore, and I want it to be self-sufficient and very strong. And then secondly, it's that usually most of the wars we're doing are fighting either rebels or fighting like 10, 20, 30 stacks. It's not fighting, you know, massive 100 versus 100 in the Alpines or whatever these mountains are. It's not about that. It's usually about these smaller engagements, and I want to just slaughter those armies. So that's the reason for the army composition. If we were doing more of that large-scale warfare, 100,000 versus 100,000, or 300,000 versus 300,000, it would be better to do something that's more infantry-focused, like 12, 4, and then, I don't know, 8, or 14, 2, and 8, or something. You know, like really go light on the cavalry, because it's true that like you're only going to have a certain amount of cavalry fighting if the entire combat width is filled. And infantry would be more useful, but that's not the case right now. That's not the reason for it. The relationship with Spain. Our claims to northern Italy. Not going to do any of these. Okay, so Nogai, you're going to continue to transfer territory to Mecklenburg. We're not going to worry about transferring this because it's the capital. And we can take as much territory as we can really handle. I mean, if we gave all of this, it's still only 61 peace offer. Look at all these provinces. My gosh. 4, 6, 8, 7, sorry, 9. 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15, 16. Capital, can't take it. 18, 19, 20, 22. We can take all, like basically all of Nogai in this one war. And it's still under 25%, under 25 base tax, so less than 100% overextension. Well, that's going to be the plan then. Let's get all of it. We'll end these two wars together. Suffering a little bit of attrition because he's a jerk. He's got supply trains or whatever. He's got really defensive attrition. Again, I'm not really too worried about the speed or like the potential for success in this campaign now that I've messed around with that new Casus Belli a bit. But at the same time, we do want to make things as quick as we can. One of the other reasons why I used the Legio is because back then in the Tuscan Trade Terror campaign, I believe the armies were a little bit different. It was actually like, I think it was 8 to 10. Like it was stupidly artillery heavy. And the reason for that is that I noticed that the AI in that patch was never building fort level, ever. And so you could basically count on every single province to only have 2 fort level. So if every army had 10 artillery, you moved into every province with 5 siege value. Which is really powerful for fast warfare. In this campaign, or actually maybe it was, I keep getting it mixed up, was it the Poland campaign? Siege speed, did we have full offensive? What ideas do we have? No, we don't have offensive, we don't have any military ideas, really. So offensive siege value would be nice, but... Okay, we're not taking any personal territory, let's go ahead and knock out administrative tech. Let's go ahead and knock out this next one of military tech so we can get the artillery fire. I mean, look at that, chambered demi-cannon. Plus this one, I mean, we get... This is good. It's going to be good. Our artillery fire value right now is at 1.4. Now it's 2.4. Way stronger. Alright, one more siege. 2 more sieges. And we'll park these armies out here. We'll just keep them out here. Because when the war's over, we're probably going to want to help out in defending them. And look at how beautiful it is. It's all contiguous. The borders are going to be nice and pretty. Might as well get out of Nogai. In fact, why don't we help that siege so we can end this war just a little tiny bit quicker. Never mind. Okay, oh right, there's even one more province there, Astrakhan. Now that would actually put them above 100% overextension, wouldn't it? Huh. Do we just do it anyway? I think we just do it anyway. We've got so many troops here. We'll park even more men over here and we'll just help them defend it all. And we're still printing these damn things. Would you guys be happier if I changed my composition a little bit? Instead of making it 8-6. I mean, we could. It's also more expensive than it maybe needs to be. Infantry, of course, are by far the cheapest. Let's think. There's a fort level map mode now. And we can see that the vast majority is at level 2. We have a little bit that's level 3. So level 2 forts require as much as 10 artillery. Level 3 forts require 15 artillery at the top level. It goes 1, I believe 6, 9, 12, 15. So 6 artillery is a good number because against level 2 fort it gives you 3 siege value. Against level 3 fort it gives you 2 siege value. 12 artillery would be crazy. I think we'll stick with 6. But then do we want to keep... Alright, I'll lower the number of artillery, cavalry a little bit. Should really be able to edit it. Be able to click, middle mouse button click to edit the template. Instead of having to create a new one. Legio 2.0. We're going with 4, 6, and then whatever gets us up to 20. Be 10. That's fine. So it saves us a tiny bit of money. Sounds good. And it trains a little bit faster. How are we doing on those? So close to having the treasuries. Let's actually cancel these until we get that. Then we can train to our heart's content. Alright, one more final siege here, please. And again, we'll send this army all the way over here, too. The Battle of Astrakhan. Alright, 2 fort levels, so we need 10 artillery. We have only 8. That's fast enough, really. Only take a few months. Look at that, we're actually losing money each month right now. We still have a lot of mercenaries. Remember back in the day when we had force limit, or like, we had manpower problems? Well, the time has come to actually get rid of our mercenaries. This army's composition is terrible. I suppose we could split these two, but it's still not going to be very good. This is going to make a lot of our armies unbalanced because most of the mercenaries that I hired were infantry. Let's bring you guys up to... we'll have everyone meet in Constantinople, depending on what they're calling it these days. Come home, boys. It's time to be processed back into proper stacks. Paradox, please. Pretty please. If you could. A button that disbands all mercenaries. Please, pretty please. Okay, we still have mercenaries. I don't know where they are. Ah. There we go. Got them all. Okay, so we'll go easy on manpower spending for a little bit now that we got rid of the mercenaries, just to make sure we're kind of getting back up to that cap. Then we'll start rebuilding and really filling out this 500,000 force limit. Hey, what's up, dude? See, this is, again, this is why the army was composed the way that it was. Like, if they're gonna move in with an 18 stack, these 18 stacks will kick those 18 stacks butt. Look at their composition. 7, 5, 6. We would flank the crap out of that. For good measure, I'm gonna show you. Let's get a leader. We're ahead of time in military tech. We can afford to have 2. Let's grab the other... No, I kind of want this leader. We'll just hire another one. We'll do 2 simultaneous engagements. Roughly equal-sized armies. You'll be gone by the 14th. We'll be there on the 10th. Good terrain in both cases. We're fighting in the desert. Let's just show how we're gonna watch the combat carefully. Because these are, let's see, are these built the way that I normally have them? Close, very close. These are a little artillery heavy compared to the normal Legio. And so this one's got two more artillery and 1 less infantry. That one's got 2 less infantry. So here's the thing, like, watch the way that these armies line up. We're on top. Our combat width is equal. it would be better if we were even able to flank out. If our infantry matched their frontline combat width, that'd be best. Because then our artillery could just flank freely. But the idea is that, well, it doesn't really matter. Our discipline is superior, our morale is superior, our tactics are superior. We're going to win anyway. But the idea is there. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It seems fine to me. We don't need more yearly prestige. We would have won anyway, but the army is good. You can disagree with them you want. It's fine, you're allowed. But I'm fairly happy with it. I'll meet you on the multiplayer battlefield. We'll see which army holds up better. Of course, I haven't played multiplayer like Paradox does, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've not done like huge multiplayer where it's really hard to win. Let's face it, playing against Northern Lion's not as much of a challenge probably as playing against, say, Johan or Wiz. I imagine playing against Wiz would be difficult. Alright, we got this one. Let's end these wars. 97 peace offer. Sounds good. 325 diplo points, except not really. We'll take your money because we can. Coincidentally, 69 ducats. Kind of funny. And then you are going to give everything that you own to Bremen. And you're going to give me your money. Hey, Mecklenburg, get started. That's a lot of land for you to core. But don't worry, I'll help you protect it. Okay, I think we have our new regiment cost buildings. Treasuries everywhere. Excellent. Okay, we'll build the Legio 2.0. 266 ducats, not bad. Huge focus on military. We're ahead of time on military, and we finished our idea group. So, policy of calculated delay. We don't really need that anymore, do we? The one we're the most behind on is diplomatic ideas, and that is the one that I do want because it gives us the casus belli. On the other hand, we're about to get another idea group soon-ish. So if we did an administrative or a military idea group, then we would be able to spend our diplo points on diplotech. What would be the next most reasonable idea group? I'm going to think about this for a bit off camera, and I will get back to you on that. So, cool. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you again soon.